Welcome to World War II Chronicles, a weekly tribute to America's fighting men and women in commemoration of the Second World War. These programs are narrated by Ed Herlihy and are based on the news broadcasts of the war period from the recorded sound collection of the National Archives in Washington, D.C.
The development of the long-range B-29 bomber and the capture of the Marianas Islands enabled the U.S. to attack the Japanese capital. November 24, 1944, marked the beginning of the strategic bombing campaign against the Japanese homeland.
Still, the number one story of the Pacific War tonight is the bombing of Tokyo, a job American B-29s did very well indeed. There are indications the Jap capital was caught by surprise when the superforts came in from their bases in Saipan. Hours after the first bombs were dropped and hundreds of tons fell, great fires burned in the heart of Tokyo. The main target, the Mushashina aircraft plant. 2 B-29s have not yet returned to base.
In almost 3 years of war, Tokyo had seen enemy planes only once. On April 18, 1942, Doolittle's raiders had inflicted little material damage on the city.
Now in November 1944, as these mighty bombers prepare for the first raid on Tokyo in 2.5 years. Crews at the 21st Bomber Command are briefed for the job, a 1,500-mile flight that will make history.
The raids of late 1944 were considered experimental.
United States Air Force chiefs have said that the attacks on Tokyo by a large force of B-29 super bombers are just the beginning, and second, that these raids will be in an experimental stage for several months. Lieutenant General Millard Harmon, Commander Air Force's Pacific Ocean areas, he says that no part of the homeland of Japan is now safe from land-based air attacks. We can hit where and when we choose. Now, use of the word experimental may be misleading. By experimental, I think the B-29 leaders mean that they have just started their runs on Tokyo and will now begin working out various kinds of attack methods for best results.
By the spring of 1945, the Army Air Force would be replacing its daylight bombing practices with nighttime raids and achieving terrific results. I'm Ed Herlihy. Join me next time for World War II Chronicles.
World War II Chronicles was produced by the American Veterans Center and Radio America in cooperation with the National Archives. To listen to more episodes, subscribe on iTunes or visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org. We need your help to keep the legacy of our World War II generation alive. Visit AmericanVeteransCenter.org to make a donation to support World War II Chronicles and the ongoing work of the American Veterans Center.